Shalom, kindred. These are the humble contemplations of an adopted son. My name is Daniel Pennant. Welcome. Let's jump right into it. Now, the title of this video is The Secret or something like this. I don't, still new to this deal. But it's something along the lines of the greatest evangelism strategy. Something like that. I don't know. The best way to witness something of that sort. And I truly believe this, by the way. I've been seeing a lot of the bishop, you know, Philip Anthony Mentional. It's kind of my guy, low key, high key. You know me personally, you know what's up. Like I'm like, ooh, that's some good preaching. I I genuinely I haven't had the same revelation. Frankly, there seems to be a lot of individuals who espouse that basically in our lifetime, this is about it. We're we're wrapping it up. This is kind of an aside, but I don't necessarily think that it is. I think they are, or it could even seem more than aside. It could seem contradictory or opposing, but not at all. I believe this coexists with the idea that this is it. In our lifetime, by God's good graces, I'm still sticking around for the next 50, 60, 70, 80 years or what have you. That the church is raptured up, which sounds good to me. Yeah, I genuinely believe until all have I have thought about how do we being the church of God, how do we in a generation, this is my thought, by the way, is that the gospel of the kingdom reaches the far ends of the earth in a single generation. It's I mean, it's probably not hard to imagine with how technology has permeated and perhaps penetrated much of culture and society. Even people in remote parts of the earth are now beginning to have access to the internet. So it's not necessarily hard to believe. Plus, the Spirit of God is boundless, much moreover. It's not hard to believe that in a single generation that the gospel of the kingdom, according to Matthew, I think it's 26 or 24. I think it's 24. Don't call me. But I think Matthew 24, where the Lord is speaking about, how would we know the end of the age is coming? That in a single generation, the gospel of the kingdom could reach the uttermost parts of the earth. I think concurrently, the greatest, and I really mean this, I need you to hear me. The greatest form of evangelism, I know I'm taking a long time getting to it, but it's John 17. Let me show you a couple things. So John 17 was maybe, I don't know, it was a while ago. A while ago. I think 2013, 12. Yeah, I was coming out of a relationship, repented, I wasn't living godly. And I had really hunkered down. I really started renewing my relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ and seeking him and seeking to understand what the will of God is truly, and to go ahead and live that out. Because of he's good. And so his will is good. More than that, it gives him glory, and his glory is our benefit. It's our blessing. That's how God is. So we don't even need to seek the blessing. Seek his glory. We'll be all square. Truly believe that in everything. I came across John 17. Wonderful, wonderful passage. Incredible. Changed my life from then till now. I don't think I've really stopped talking about it to people that are close to me. So I thought I'd share it in my journal. It's where Jesus is, John 15 through 17. I think this is after Judas dips. Satan entered him, Judas dips. And now the Lord starts this discourse about abiding in him, and just really about this intimate conversation that he has with his disciples after the Lord's table. And so John 17 is this prayer where he prays for himself, this high priestly prayer. It's called, I think, ESV. I really like that subtitle. High priestly prayer. He's praying for himself, prays for the disciples, the apostles that are sitting there with him. Then he prays for us, literally you and me, those who believe through the apostles' word. According to Revelation, that would include every believer who has lived after the apostles. The foundation of our new home, our coming home, New Jerusalem, the city of God, the foundations are the 12 names of the apostles. So the whole thing is built on top of that. So he prays for them, and then he prays for us. Now he says this very, very interesting phrase multiple times in this prayer, 3 times. And you could even say more depending upon how you're looking at it. It's what's highlighted already. That they may be one. Let's read a little bit. Pray for them. Verse 9. John 17, verse 9. I'm reading from the New King James. I pray for them. Do not pray for the world, but for those whom you have given me, for they are yours. And all mine are yours, and all yours are mine. I am glorified in them. Now I am no longer in the world, but these are in the world. And I come to you, Holy Father, keep through your name those whom you have given me, that they may be one as we are. Now, hold on. Let me just quick time out. Come here. Let me see you. If you're anything like me, my friends, who love God, love his word, think about him often. Not because we are do, but because we're deeply intrigued with our Creator. We love him so much. If you're let me back up a little bit. If you're anything like me, I have thought about the Godhead, the plurality of the oneness, so many times. Almost, it's almost like you get there, and then it just poof, gone. You're like, nope, don't get it. But here's the thing. It's important to note this. God doesn't speak something or pray something, in this case, the Lord Jesus. He doesn't do these things rhetorically. Not in this case. I mean, there are times where you use rhetoric to make a point. When it called Herod a fox, it wasn't saying Herod is actually a fox. Right? The Lord does use literary device and rhetoric to make a point. So don't get me wrong. So let me say it a different way. In this specific case, I do not believe that the Lord Jesus is praying to the Father for something he knows is not possible, or that the Father doesn't want. No. Not only is it possible in God, what's impossible with man is possible with God, but this is what the Father wants. He wants, in the same way, not similar, not like it, not 99%, but in the same way in which the Lord Jesus Christ is one with the Father, that is what Jesus is praying for, and that is what the Father wants for you and me, or specifically here, if we're just firmly in the context of the scriptures, that is what the Lord Jesus was praying to the Father for the apostle. Okay, let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Now, again, Lord Jesus, he makes the same prayer. He says the same phrase, same thing. In verse 20, I do not pray for these alone, but also for those who will believe in me through their word. Again, you and me, all of God's people, the elect. That is, when I say the elect, I mean those who believe now And those who will believe, they just haven't believed yet. You get me? Because God sees it all at once for the elect. I chose them. They're mine. They're already, I believe in some sense, we're already belong to Jesus. Because if he died for my sins 2,000 years ago, that means I was already in the book. You get me? Anyway. So there's a great confidence that we have in God, toward God, regarding our salvation. Not because of us, but because of the wonder of his love and how he set this thing all up. Before the foundation of the world, the Lamb was slain. Do you get me? So even if you're in the worst sinner, the worst circumstance, you could be believing, but you could be like, man, I'm struggling with this or that or whatever the case may be. You can rest on the power and wisdom of God in the gospel to save to the utmost. All right. 20. I do not pray for these alone, but also for those who will believe in me through their word, that they all may be one, as you, Father, are in me, and I in you, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that you sent me. The world. Whoa. In the glory, should have highlighted that too. That's good. In the glory which you gave me, I have given them. That they, again, for the third time, second time with this, I'll keep reading. That they may be one just as we are one. In them, in you and me, that they may be made perfect in one, or perfected in one. I think another translation says, in that the world may know that you have sent me and have loved them as you have loved me. Boom. Rest my case. That's it. That is, in my humble opinion, if anyone is wondering, okay, how do we, your super missional pastors, hear me, listen to me, missionaries, people that are on fire for God, you want to see revival, you want to see it all. You honestly, it's been talked about in my circle. Revival coming. It's going to be hot. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the greatest gathering of souls in human history. Even more than before, even more than at the beginning. It's going to be the greatest gathering of. I've heard that since I was in like 8, 9, 10. I've heard this. I also happen to believe it. And I have sought God in the scriptures. I feel God. Oh, that was good. I felt it. Oh. Anywho, I have sought God, the God and Father of the Lord Jesus Christ, in the scriptures, in prayer, earnestly, not seeking things, stuff, renown. I mean, look, I got how many subscribers right now? Bruh. I hope someone sees it. Anyway, I genuinely believe that the way forward is oneness. Now, if you go back my catalog of videos, you would understand that when I say oneness, I mean included in that is holiness. We cannot be one with God, one with us. What verse is that? Verse 20? John 17:20. We cannot be one with him, with the Lord Jesus Christ, unless we're all holy. Not going to happen. We can't be singular in heart, mind, will, voice, intention, unless holiness is present. And a number of other things. I do believe righteousness. That word, man, got to break that down probably on another one. But that's key. Big key. So yeah, that's it. Greatest form of evangelism is oneness. That's how the world will know that God sent Jesus and that we are loved by God in the same way that God loved Jesus. There you go. It's free. All right, family. I love y'all. I got to get out of here. Deuces. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe, share, all the YouTubey things. Mouthscape.